Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Yes!
Well, we have been having some definite, expositional time about themselves with Yuri. Yuri is like, I will bare my soul because you wrote one poem that was appealing to me.
Yeah.
But I won't really give you any specific details still at all, and I will be vague about what I'm saying in the same way that my poetry is normally.
Right. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri, and that is not at all. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. In the same way that I do you all. I mean, I joined this club Wow, I'm a liar.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success. You really sound like you're reading something off a paper. Shut up! I have to concentrate real hard.
Or just basically mirroring, going, you are talking about friends.
Yes.
I will do the talking about the friends.
I know this language and this behavior. Wouldn't you?
Because Splat does seem to mirror that way sometimes. Like, here is me being an asshole when I'm just spontaneously being myself. And then when someone else sets the tone of the conversation, I just sort of parrot back at them the words they have said.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, that seems to be happening.
Wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Oh my god.
The little tiny smile.
Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time, she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem?
Yeah. Immediately drops hands from face to heart. Oh, yeah, I do. Let me get it for you, because it's all the way on the other side of the room with my stuff.
Beach.
Beach! Beach! Please.
A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under the clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle when the sand is wet. Also, they can roll the rocks over the sand when the sand is wet, and it was not a ritual at all.
And drag a sledge over the sand when the sand is wet.
But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Sounds erotic.
I was like, we're getting into erotic poetry.
Perfect! I'm trying to see where I am. There we are. Okay. Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sand castles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my teeth in the... Yes! And the toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my piece to a road at the shore. I drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore.
Oh, there was definitely some erotic imagery in there. Like, wow.
Whoa.
Let's mention your nether regions and your womb and licking and succumbing, and it's
Yeah.
there. Okay, and then also the...
crashing waves is a very common thing.
for orgasm.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
The waves racked my body, etc.
Yeah.
I've never read erotica ever. Not once.
Not even once. I've never written it.
I was like, but I don't know if that's what they were going for here. Again, things being interpretive, suggestive. It does also feel like if you take the whole thing erotically, there's a level of going, do I give myself in to my erotic desires and drown in them? Your little death, proverbial death kind of thing.
Yes.
Or do I
La
resist?
petite mort.
Do not be the weird person who likes the sex. Just stay there at the edge of it. Watch it in the distance beautifully and just lapping at your mind. But don't go there.
Don't sink beneath the waves.
Exactly. I'd
Yeah.
say, or it could be one of those weird, erotic, basically romanticizations of like drowning.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
actual,
I'm also going
again,
like
death.
you're a sand castle. You're going to be eaten away by the sea. The greater forces are basically eating away at you, lapping at you, as it were, and tearing apart your foundations continually, regardless of what you do.
On the other hand, having been raised with a Christian background, it can be that your sex drive will overcome you. The desires of lust will eat away at your foundations, at your best resistance, at your strongest building that you can create, your fortress against the desires of the flesh, and you will succumb to the wants of the ocean.
I love the fact that eat and yeet sometimes sounds so similar. Okay. Yeet away!
So recently, I heard a really good joke from some of my young relatives, and they were talking about one of their school friends, and it was so cute, where they're like, okay, so we were at a friend's house, and their mom was talking about how they wanted, our friend to eat her vegetables, and she's like, yeet my vegetables? And the mom's like, if that means you'll eat them, she's like, no, then don't. She was gonna yeet her vegetables.
Yay!
Yes.
See, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Come on, children, yeet your vegetables.
Yeet your veggies.
And the only reason I go more with a possible suicide kind of thing is because of the game's supposed to be scary, and usually sex isn't scary horror.
I mean, in regards to the classic horror, it gets more into the erotic Victorian Gothic, where you're entwining both basically sex and death. And it's actually a very common thing. So if you know anything about basically classic Gothic romance or Gothic stories, they really do contain a lot of basically sexual connotations, or what was considered sexual at the time.
There's also a lot of being punished for having the sex, so by death.
Well, and then that's also really common basically in slasher stuff, but also is indicative of some serious issues that we have around sex, just on a moral level, I'm saying. There's been lots of people who've actually discussed how sometimes while horror is great and fun, slasher in particular seems to be yes, but if you're not completely virginal, you deserve to die. Yeah. Kinky people suck.
Yeah, right. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, sort of like talking about the weather.
What?
But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it, to use the beach to represent something else.
You say that like you didn't even want to write about it.
Other than the beach. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again and see what happens. I suppose to better compare the difference in our writing styles or our thought processes. That sounds like a friendship behavior. No friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's not surprising that she'd want to do something like that. So we're going to read another beach poem. Beach poems.
Betch.
So many beach poems.
Betch.
She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style, I say, blushing furiously. I just went with her request. But, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. The ocean, one of the major forces of our Earth, and the biggest single mass of water that we have, which is the life-sustaining resource we require. It's just very basic and ordinary,
It's not like, we actually know more about our solar system than we do about our ocean.
And that we know so little about our ocean, and that we really just... It's about us,
Yeah, okay.
It's one of the biggest mysteries of our planet.
Yeah.
Basic, really basic.
Really
boring,
simplistic.
Simplistic, average.
Normie.
Things. Normie things.
Yeah,
It can be refreshing from time to time. Is that what it said?
I think so. Whoops,
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you already read it.
I did not. All right.
Oh, here you go, hang on.
Oh, we can go back. Oh, dear.
It can be refreshing,
Sorry, you know.
All right.
It can be refreshing, It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Like the raging ocean.
Right? The raging... that's the other thing, too, that, ocean imagery is also about, basically, your subconscious or your unconscious mind. So lapping away at the foundations of your sandcastle is basically something coming up from the depths and eating you alive.
There's also a level of, basically, the ocean being an unstoppable force. We have very little recourse when the ocean decides to pull shit. So...
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey...
Honestly, I love that where people are like, oh my god, we must take super well of Mother Nature. Not that I'm advocating against climate change. Climate change is a thing, okay? This is not even a debate, in my opinion. But the big thing is people going, God, we have to be so nice. And I'm like, if we ever had a hurricane, like, we've already proven that people don't know what the fuck to do with fires, they don't know what the fuck to do with, we're already getting multiple hurricanes in really bizarre places in the United States. We don't know what to do when the weather goes crazy.
And a lot of weather originates with the ocean.
Yes.
And the water cycle.
Yes. And also the lack of ice, as it were. Yeah, I think I agree.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
Oh, God. Right, time to move on. Well, here we are on our usual list. Fuck Sayori as usual. So here we go. Oh, man. This is seriously a step backwards. Huh? I liked your last two way better than this one.
These are not the type of words I like.
I guess I can't be mad at you for trying different things. I was going to say...
Yeah, like
experimentation, clearly. Don't kink shame me. As long as you're not just trying to impress Yuri or something like that. Gross. I'm like, do you just have a crush on her? Is that what's it? I don't want to... So... I understand in stories, the trope is usually when characters are aggressive towards each other, that means they like each other. And I get it as a trope. As a real life thing, it is goddamn annoying and frustrating and it hurts a lot of people.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Do not be mean to the person you like.
Because they're an actual person with complex, deep experiences and they have lots of things going on in their life compared to a fictional character which can react in any number of basically shocking or surprising ways. Because guess what? They're very complex and layered, and sometimes they're literally reacting to you going, well, I'll try to react in the best way that I think you want me to react, which you will consider to be the best way.
Well, also, fictional characters, you're trying to create a certain kind of experience.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so it's like, they can be like, yes, you abuse them until they realize that under the abuse you love them, and then you stop being abusive because they finally realized your feelings, and you no longer feel uncomfortable about your feelings for them or the experience with each other, because that fixes everything, which is not what happens.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, like you said, I'm allowed to try new things, Pipsqueak. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway?
Yeah.
Isn't that more of a compliment to me?
Uh-huh.
No! Gross! It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really?
Only one of you.
Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's...
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you have to be polite and nice to me.
Back to manipulative straight away. Again, it sounds like Splat mirrors people a lot, and then just in their native speech is an asshole.
Well, and we're talking about main characters, so his works appropriately here, because you
that's
still have to
what they're
consider
writing.
that regardless of us playing a non-binary character, the narrative is built off of an assumed man?
Yeah,
So
boy.
assumed boy?
An assumed boy.
Boy.
A dude. A cis dude.
Yes. Oh, I assume. I honestly don't know.
We assume based on anime history.
Yes, because anime
That
is
is the
not very
standards.
friendly.
I would say, but that experience of just going, the line that was just said, I just was amazingly condescending, but also very manipulative.
Yeah.
Of you might scare me away. Of I'm immediately gonna leverage my authority, basically. Of I'm the only guy here.
Right.
And I'm going to try also to force you to say either that you like me or basically to backpedal on being assertive and control you with a line of going, oh, but I might leave or not like you.
Yeah.
You might offend me if you're not careful. And going, oh God, I need to respond to this. And sometimes when people have done that to me, it's been confusing because I don't understand that they're trying to manipulate me. Like this has been especially when I was younger and stuff. And so I'd be like, people offend each other all the time. And then they would stare at me and wait in this sort of exasperated way because something else was supposed to happen.
Right.
And I would get confused, and then we usually wouldn't talk to each other anymore.
Because people are used to negging. It's fine. That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right.
I guess you're right.
It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you.
And again, this is framed with, I'm putting up with you.
Ugh!
I'm being patient with you and tolerating you. You're the one that needs to accommodate me. And since I understand that you're invested in me, or I'm checking to see if you're invested in me, it is I'm making you know where you stand.
Right. Did you stick your hand in my bloopies? Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Excuse me, I moved that today. Oh? Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was joking. Yeah. Oh, I know. Don't worry. I was too.
So did she basically just, like, aggressively elbow you?
Yes.
Like, you're being a bitch, crack.
So I love this thing of this trope in regards to, particularly with anime, where they're like, oh god, you hit a girl. But if you hit a guy, it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there really is a basically casually abusing men for the lulz, and it's really not funny.
That girls
Like-
can't invade men's space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That men don't have a space, that they should be tough, that they should just suck it up, and who cares if it hurts?
Or, like, they're fine.
Yeah,
They're fine.
they're fine. It's fine.
Mm.
How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt.
Ow.
All 5 of my eyes, man.
My
Well,
jigglies.
maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach.
Bitch.
Beach!
Bitch.
Let's get some shows. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. It'll be the beach that washes your worries away.
Isle.
Oh, I'll be the beach. Excuse me. I'll be the beach. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. Oh my god. Okay, I'm also, like, thinking of this, like, in contrast to Yuri's poem,
Aww.
is like, I will be the one who will be here for you. Yuri, I'm being eaten away by this thing.
Yuri, I am being consumed alive by a force out of my control.
That's trying to seduce me.
Basically, I was gonna say. And then you get, Natsuki being like, I will be the beach that cares for you.
I will.
And then you've got, if you take and put the two of them together, actually standing in front of each other, one, the beach will consume me. I am that beach.
I will be there for you. I will be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago.
I love your dramatic reading as Natsuki, as Splat loses themselves.
Good.
I'll read it in your voice.
But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again.
That's quite a conclusion.
Right.
I will bolster you so well that your self-esteem will be solved. And I have generally not found that to be true. I appreciate that there is this idea that if you are a good enough partner, that it will heal all the woes of the person that you care about or in love with, but it is not true. Like, even if what you contribute to their life adds happiness to them and they are inspired and encouraged by you, it doesn't mean it will overcome all of their personal demons, nor that it will make them happy in general.
Yeah.
And it's important to realize that while you can try and be there and offer this, you don't always get that conclusion at all.
No.
And the heteronormative fandom that I was raised in says really aggressively that as a woman, you are a failure if you don't do that for your partner.
Right.
If you don't teach your partner to love themselves, to see their self-worth, to be happy and fulfilled. And having dated a lot of guys with really low self-esteem, or basically just every guy I've dated has, so I don't know if that's a lot or not, because numbers are subjective. I was going to say, I've never dated somebody with good self-esteem.
Yeah.
And it'd be cool. I think it would be awesome to try and date someone with good self-esteem, but I don't know if they'd have any interest in me, kind of thing. But it's one of those things of going, you can't fix their self-esteem. and it's not your job to. But what you can contribute is that sort of support that encourages them on their own journey. But it also can be like, don't couch your own self-worth in it.
That's
either.
one of
like whether you're successful or not.
I think that's one of the biggest things where people go, but if you're not happy in my job of trying to succeed in making you happy, you're couching your experience in that, you're going to inevitably just hurt yourself. Let alone that a lot of people don't like being looked at as like a job or this is a charity case or whatever else. I had a really shitty time with my off again, on again partner where they were like, I'm not doing this for charity. And I'm like, yeah. And then at the same time, then you'll turn around and be like, look, I'm just trying to help you because this is the right thing to do. And I want to do the right thing. And it was really shitty. So one day it would be like, this is not charity. And then it'd be like, you are nothing but a charity case. What is your goddamn problem?
I am trying to help you because it is my moral obligation in the universe to help a person like you.
Yes.
And it's not a good feeling.
No, it's honestly not. I don't have issues. Anyway.
That is the best I've got from this, is basically this interpretation, this very positive experience of going, you're interpreting the beach as being this, powerful, desirable, friendly force kind of thing. Something that is, how do I put it? Like, that definitely is like the vacation kind of beach, your idealized beach episode in the interim kind of thing.
The YouTubes.
And that is how you're then seeing this, as I will be essentially that escape for you, that positive place, that warm, friendly beach episode between the plot and drama.
Right.
And that then that conclusion is that will then fix you and make your life good. And that can be a very dangerous premise to come from.
Yeah.
Again, because it basically couches your success in their change.
Right. Well, anyway, thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. We are going to see what our conversation then will be like in the next one. So thank you for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. Got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!